In this video, you're going to learn how you can buy your very first buy-to-let property, just like this one. I'm Kevin MacDonald. I've been investing in property for over 17 years now. I've bought single lets, I've bought HMOs, I've bought commercial conversions, bought various different types of properties. Lots of properties just like this one here. I have bought properties though using none of my own money, using creative property investment strategies. Before we head into the property, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and like this video. Hi Alex. So we're here in Newark in Nottinghamshire. I'm inside Alex Moyes' property. Let me introduce you to Alex and we'll talk a little bit about why we're here and about the property. So tell us a little bit about how we've ended up inside this house.
Well, I guess it starts probably at Christmas when I first read Rob Moore's book, and that's how I discovered progressive and professional property investing. We put the offer in for this house, and after a bit of coaching with you, it was accepted. And we've been spending the last 2 months going through the legal process to get it purchased.
Obviously the property is looking like it needs a little bit of a refurb, so have we got a plan for the property at the moment?
Yeah, so we completed about a week ago. So we started the strip down this week, so all the wallpaper's come off. Yeah, the plan is that we're going to refurbish this to a good standard for a single let to a local family.
And the plan is to keep it as a 2-bed, change it, what's the plan?
We're going to change it to 3 bedrooms. So we're going to move the bathroom, and we can show you where we're going to move it.
Okay.
Make it 3 bedrooms, refurbish the property.
Okay, so the purchase price, what did you buy it for?
So we bought it for 103,767.
103,767. So we can talk to you a little bit more about that offer in a few minutes as well, because that's an interesting number to buy a property for. What will it be worth done up?
Be worth 150.
150. So 103,767 to buy, worth 150 done up. Obviously you got your refurb and stuff in there. How much are you planning on spending on it?
We've budgeted to spend 15,000.
Alex, this sounds like a really good deal, really exciting project. Let's have a look around. So this is the sitting room. So what's the plan for this room?
We've taken all the old fires out, so we've got to block the chimney up.
You're going to leave the chimney breast in, but just block it up.
We've removed all the electric storage heaters that were in here, nice like 30-year-old heaters. And we'll probably redo all the fuse boxy stuff over there.
Was it all electric?
Yeah.
So are you putting gas in?
Yeah, we're going to put gas central heating in. And then redecorate, and hopefully that'll be it in this room. The
sitting room there, living room, same thing with the fireplace.
We took the old gas fire out there as well. There's a bit of damp in here which is going to get sorted first. And then we're going to put self-leveling damp-proof screed on the floor here, because I had a bit of a damp problem. Carpets, decorate.
And then kitchen. So what's the plan for this?
So yeah, it's a bit dysfunctional with the end there at the moment. So we're going to rip all the kitchen out. So we're going to extend through that wall. It's only a single-story wall, so we're going to extend into there's an outhouse behind. And it'll probably double the length of the kitchen. And there's a nice window in the end there, so it'll get more light in.
So let's have a look outside and see how that works from the outside, because I can see where they've already gone out actually, so it's just extending out a little bit further. So the kitchen at the moment comes to about here, I guess.
And they've boarded the old window in, so we're going to brick that up.
Right, and then extend it all the way out?
Yeah.
So this section here is literally going to become part of your kitchen?
Yeah, that's right.
That's actually not that big a job when you think they've already done the hard bit, which is go out the initial bit in the first place. So you'll actually have quite a significant sized kitchen afterwards.
Hopefully it'll make it more usable, which will mean that the tenants will stay longer and reduce voids.
So your plan is to hold this and rent it out?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Should we have a look upstairs?
Yeah, come on, let's go. So this is the master bedroom. Not too much to be done in here, just strip all the wallpaper out. There'll be some new electrics in here, but basically repaint it, block the cupboard in, and leave this room as it is.
It's quite a large bedroom. So you mentioned blocking this cupboard in. So we've got a really big size cupboard here, which actually goes proper back. What's the plan on blocking it in?
Shall I show you in the next room?
Let's see in the next room. So this is cool.
So this is bedroom 2, and we took out the built-in wardrobe that was in the corner here.
Yep.
And that cupboard was just through here. So the plan is to put a wall alongside the chimney breast.
Okay. We're going to move the bathroom and make that a 3rd bedroom.
Yep.
And put the bathroom here.
Yes.
And the key thing about a bathroom is the bathroom does not need a window, meaning you can have a dark bathroom in the middle. And any property that you've got where you see a bedroom in the center of the property like this, you can easily put a door here to access the bathroom, put a partition wall up here, but your challenge will be space. So what Alex is doing here really smartly is that cupboard on the other side. Now, if you remember, I walked into the cupboard. The cupboard is not just that width, it probably goes to about here. So you can take that wall out and make this bathroom a much bigger space, using space from a cupboard that was dead space and of no use to the largest bedroom in the house. That allows you to extend the 2-bed to a 3-bed, but keep 3 large bedrooms as well.
Size bedrooms, yeah. So for a 3rd bedroom, I think it would be a good size. Certainly once you take out all the ancient waterworks and the old bath tiles, probably replaster the ceiling and decorate this, and this will be a nice 3rd bedroom.
So clearly this property needs quite a bit of work, but a lot of it is just cosmetic. Now, it's really important when you're doing a refurb that you do things in the right order. So we've started by getting the furniture in first. Obviously this is your first investment property. When did you first start getting interested in investing in property, and why?
What made me feel like you could do it professionally was searching Amazon for books, because I'm a big reader, and I found Rob Moore's money book.
Right.
And I read that as the first one I decided to read. And that's how I got into the progressive community, discovered the Facebook group, because I suddenly found that this was doable and there was a way that I could do it. You know, I had a bit of money, but like that buy me a house, and then what? And all of a sudden I realised that I could actually buy more. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to do.
And that's one of the challenges a lot of people have, is they have enough money to buy that first house, and then they put all their money into the first house and they can't do any more and they're stuck.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, reading the books and getting part of the community helped you realise there's better ways.
Yeah, it did. And from that I went on a discovery day at Progressive, and I had a really good day. I even learnt stuff there that saved me money, and then I booked the masterclass course, and that was the journey that I took really to start understanding all the different strategies. You know, most people sort of walk in a house and they look at like the furniture and stuff. It's how to actually figure out what's going to cost you money, how you're going to refurb it, and what you're going to do with it.
It's to look at something like this and think, that's an opportunity, not a problem. Before Christmas last year, what was your life like? What were you doing? What's the job?
I've got a wife and I've got 2 kids, and I have a corporate career in cybersecurity sales. I enjoy it, but I don't want to be employed forever. And I need to provide for myself when I get to pension age, because at my age now, you just don't expect to have a pension. I got into property because I want to have a solid, like, long-term foundation for me and the family. When you learn all the different strategies and what's available, then you just think that you don't have to buy a house a year for 20 years and then maybe you can do something in 20 years' time. Like, there's ways to speed up the process. And that's what I found really interesting, all the different strategies you can use.
A lot of people, when they buy property, I see them, they focus on trying to buy a property thinking about it'll always go up in value. But one of the key parts about property investing is the cash flow. It's got to pay you today. The uplift in value is the bonus money. That's the legacy money. What would you say to anyone who's, say, maybe watching the YouTube video at the moment thinking, I'm looking to get into property, can I do it?
Anybody can do it, and everybody says that, right? But I have a really busy career and I have a family, and they support me well, but I find the time to do it because I want to, and because I enjoy it. And you just have to start. And I started doing viewings, and then once you start doing some viewings, then you started making offers. And then you kind of build up. One thing leads to the next. You have to sort of risk something happening, don't you? You've got to go out there and do it. And the next steps either will take care of themselves, or you'll realise you've got to go and learn that thing, and then you can go and learn it, and then you do it again. And that's what I found. Everything that I do opens up more options or more activities that I then need to go and learn about. And I learn about them, and then you go through your journey like that. This
property, you viewed it a couple of months ago?
Yeah, so I actually viewed this when we were doing the JV Finance Raising Challenge. Right. That was about 3 months ago now. I viewed it during that week, tried to understand the situation of the seller, whether there was some motivation there, and I thought that the house worked, and it definitely works from a rental point of view.
So what was the situation of the seller of this property? Why was it on the market for sale?
The previous owner was an old lady who had gone into a home, and I think the house had been empty for about 18 months by the time I viewed it. They were motivated because it was costing them money, and that it worked for me in terms of what I could do with it and in the area that it was in.
It's your first property deal. What's your plan for the second property deal, the third property deal?
About a month after we agreed the price of this one, I agreed a sale price on the second property. And because I had that extra confidence. That happened a lot quicker. Did more viewings. I understood where I wanted to view and kind of the house that I wanted. I had a better idea of prices and things. So I made an offer. I think they were quite motivated sellers, and so I got a great price on that. And now that's in the legal process as well. So my plan is it's kind of finance dependent. So I'm really trying to focus on raising finance right now so that I can grow that portfolio. I have an objective to get to that 33 in 2 years' time, if possible, to give me choices.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I'll all be buy-to-lets. I think we'll start with buy-to-lets and then maybe progress on to some HMOs, so that I actually need less properties to get there.
The Joint Venture Finance Raising Challenge, you were one of 5 people that got to pitch a deal to an angel investor, and obviously I've funded this deal for you as part of that challenge. Some of the challenges I see from people quite a lot is the mindset of, why would somebody give me money? Why would somebody lend me money? I don't have years of experience in property. It's okay for Kevin, but I'm at the beginning of my journey. You were in Newark. It's not exactly like central London. Yeah. Would somebody want to put their money into a town like Newark?
I think the biggest thing that I've had a mindset shift around is the fact that the world can be your bank, or that social media can be your bank. I get money. I did get money in how it works because of my sales career, but it was, having faith that other people will lend me money if I present myself in the right way. And the challenge made me understand what my strengths were, what I could bring to someone, and it made me understand how my contacts, my local knowledge, the team that I have around me is of value to people. And it also opened my mind up to how, where you find them and how you put yourself out there and how you attract finance without going around, saying I've got a deal and I want some money. Investors like that because they want to get to know you. And once they get to know and trust you, then it becomes a much easier question to say, how much money have you got to invest? What would you like to do?
And the reason I chose to invest in this project, I didn't necessarily just invest in the project. I invested in you because what you didn't try and do was go on and hype it all up. I've got this multi-million pound deal for my first ever project, or I'm going to make millions of pounds on this deal, or even tens and tens of thousands of pounds. You were just very honest about the return on the deal. It was just a normal property on a normal tourist house in a normal street in a normal town for a normal return. For anyone watching and thinking, will other people invest in you? It is about you being you. I invested in Alex because he was just Alex, and he was not trying to be something he wasn't, and he presented a property that was just a normal house. So show yourself as you, show your area as something that you know, and just be honest and credible about what you've got. Don't try and overhype something, because that'll catch up with you later and people will find out that it's not what it is. What would you say to anyone who's thinking, do I really need my own money to do property? Could I start in property without any of my own money?
And everybody's got something. If it's the energy and the enthusiasm or the local knowledge or the team, you can find the other things that complement what you have got. So absolutely, taking action and telling other people what you're doing is probably the main thing that you've got to do.
Because what people don't realise is a person with money would come in here and not see the opportunity to turn a 2-bed terraced house into a 3-bed. Yeah. They wouldn't want to rip all the wallpaper off the walls. Nice project, needs some work, got at a good price. Let's look at the numbers, because what I see a lot from people who are especially starting out on property, they hear this thing about below market value, and they see a property on the market for 150 grand, 120 grand, whatever it may be, and they're trying to buy at 25% below the asking price. And what you're actually meant to look at is not 25% below the asking price, because if you've got a house like this, maybe it's already priced at the right price. What's important is not the asking price. What's important is the end value. What can it be worth after you've done the work? So let's look at the detail of the numbers on this one, Alex. What was it originally on the market for?
So it was on for 110.
Right. And then when you viewed it, had it dropped in price? Was it still on at 110?
Yeah, because one sale had fallen through because of the damp. They relisted it at 105.
Right.
And that's when I viewed it.
So we had a look at the numbers and we agreed what offer to put in. So we did what I do a lot on deals is I do an even, odd. So it's a way of making sure that the agent and the owner knows that the third offer is your final offer. And sometimes I see people make a massive mistake where they work out what they want to pay for a property and they put that offer in first. But because it's your first offer, the mindset of the agent and the owner is that's your starting bid. It's not your finishing bid, it's your starting bid. So we work out our final bid and then we work backwards. So we were on the phone, we worked out the 3 offers we were going to make on this. Yeah. You went in at around 101 initially and then 102 or something. What was your final bid?
I think we opened at like 99, then we did 101, and then we went 103,767.
103,767. And when I told you on the phone to bid 103,767, what did you say to me?
I was like, why that number?
Why? And every time I've done this, the agents always say why. And what I said to Alex on the phone was, as soon as they say to you why, you say, because I've done my numbers and that is to the pound as high as I can go. Then they know that's the final bid. That's it, it's done. What did they say at the 103,767? Did they get you the deal at that price or did you have to go higher?
No, they agreed to it at that price.
They agreed to it at that price. And this works pretty much 9 times out of 10. You'll get the deal if you follow the even, odd offer process. So 3% stamp duty on 103k is what? Just over 3 grand. Yep. And then you've got the finance costs on the loan.
Yep, and the legals.
And then the legal costs. So all in, with 103 and 15 is 118, and 3 for stamp duty, 121. Finance costs, you're going to be in for around 125, 6, 7, something like that?
Yeah, so the other legals were 3,000.
Right, okay.
So 6 grand in all purchase costs.
Right.
And then if we're counting the cost of money as well, that's 7 grand.
So we're looking at 130-ish all in probably.
Yeah.
So 130 all in.
Right.
What's the end value?
It would be 150.
100% of the purchase cost funded. You've got 150 end value, 130 all in, so 20 grand of equity. What will it rent for when it's done?
I believe it will easily rent for 650.
Pretty good deal, that.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal. So Alex, thanks so much for showing us around. It looks like it's going to be a really awesome project. How long do you think it's going to take to get it all finished?
It should take about 2 months.
2 months. So if we could come back in a couple of months' time, have a look at the finished project, would that be okay?
Absolutely.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel to get access to our future videos. We're going to be sharing content every single week that can help you on your property journey. Also, comment below the video. Let us know if you're looking to get started in property, if you're looking at maybe getting your first property investment, or even what you're struggling on in property right now. I've been Kevin McDonald. You've been absolutely awesome. See you soon.